It is 5:46. Let's look at the Schumann and see what the energy is. And let me know in the comments how you're doing and how you're feeling. Now the Russian graph finally updated, and look at all of this intense energy that we had over the weekend. Starting with Saturday when we had the new moon. This goes up off the graph here, beyond 40. Huge bands of white activity. Saturday was quite a doozy. So if you reflect back to how you felt on Saturday, this is probably why you felt that way. For me, hubby and I had a lot of work to get done. We were outside most of the day, so I felt very peaceful in this energy. But if I wasn't outside, I may not have felt that way. When we get close to 36 and 40 hertz, we enter a state of enhanced problem solving. As you are actively problem solving and really focusing on complex tasks, the brain begins to synchronize in different areas so that the brain can then integrate energy effectively. All of this you're integrating. You also reach a very high level of focus and engagement. Yesterday's energy was, we had a little bit of peaks, but nothing like Saturday. There was actually quite a lot of green and blue on here. So just our regular 3D calming and relaxing, I'll say, because it's not for everyone, type of energy. To me, yesterday felt very anxious. I don't seem to do that well either in all of this blue, but that also changes so frequently that it's hard to know what to expect from these energies. And then finally, where we are right now today. At first, I thought there was a glitch in this because of this pattern here. I was like, is it overlaying on top? But no, it's just the way that this white band ended and the green began. We do have this really little black line, missing data or timeline jumping. To me, I have been timeline jumping consistently, constantly. So to me, that's what that is. You decide for yourself whether or not you feel that you have been timeline jumping. I've made videos on timeline jumping before. If I need to make another one, let me know and I'll be happy to do it, to explain it again for those that need it. Zooming in, all of this comes down here to close to 36 hertz, almost reaching 40. Now, being that it's 3D energy, it's going to be a lower frequency type of energy, but we're still going to feel this, and it may feel differently than it did on Saturday, just because it isn't a high frequency reaching. But you're still going to have the laser focused. You're still going to be integrating a lot of information all at once. This is when our brains begin to synchronize, opening the pathway to a very deep, profound spiritual connection, which then opens the pathway to opening our heart center and aligning with universal love, which is what this white energy is. Even though it isn't coming all the way down now, we are still feeling that. Now, if you like listening to high frequency music, it is very beneficial to then listen to 528 hertz, as that is the love frequency, healing our heart chakra and possibly leading to DNA repair. Really allowing the two frequencies to work together to help you. Now, this white band where we are now is coming into 16 hertz. And at 16 hertz, deep divine consciousness is activated, along with telepathic connection, psychic visions, and a very heightened intuition. Our bodies have a natural resonance, just like the earth. And at 16 hertz, our resonance begins to synchronize with 16 hertz. And this allows us to really align. And this allows us to find harmony and balance within ourselves, shifting your mental state to a more empowering, beneficial state of mind. And 16 hertz is also connected to the crown chakra, which is connected to the spiritual, the divine, opening the pathway. Now, the Kumiana, yesterday we did have a little bit of energy, but not much else happening. And even now there really isn't much going on. The graph is pretty much empty, except for the little bit over here. Even in higher frequencies, there isn't a whole lot happening. Message from Spirit. You have weathered the storm. You have what you need to build again. Will you apply what you've learned, or will you repeat with methods of the past? How far have you come? Let's see. Time will reveal all. Choose wisely. And I just gave you guys so much information that I'm just going to leave you with this. Energetically, the energy is going to keep ups and downs, as we prepare for the first eclipse on September 7th. Don't be afraid of the change that eclipses bring, as all change isn't bad. It is just a necessary part of life. And this eclipse season will continue to work in all the places that you've been working since July. Kind of being like the grand finale, so to speak, but not in a scary way, although change can feel scary. Keep doing your best. Keep drinking lots of water. Keep moving when you can. Taking care of yourself. Self-care is so important as you move through life. Don't neglect yourself. You are important too. I hope that you have a wonderful Monday.